Peace, wholeness, love, and light. Okay, I am Nudiamonds here with a solar eclipse energy reading, new moon in Aries. I hope everyone out there is doing well. And yes, I am so excited to finally be in this energy, okay, to be doing this energy reading and to be of service, okay. Wow, I've been just waiting for the perfect time, waiting for the perfect moment to deep dive into this energy, and the time is now. Okay, I feel like that's the theme of this energy. The time is now. Okay, no more looking for things outside of yourself for validation, for this gratification. We are the tool that we are searching for, okay? It's all about remembering who you are, getting in tune with that, and letting whatever doesn't serve you leave, okay? So this may be a time where a lot of old things are popping up, especially after we just had that lunar eclipse, okay? Bringing a lot of things out of the shadows and illuminating those things so we can continue to work on them. Then we had this spring, okay? Eclipse, spring in equinox, okay? That really centered things, okay? Pushing back to propel forward, looking back on things so we can continue to push forward. And now we're in this beautiful solar eclipse, this new moon in Aries energy, and new moons are all about new beginnings, okay? Like I said, that illumination of things in the dark, okay? What things are hidden that maybe needing to come to the surface. And this is a culmination of things that happened in the past 2 to 3 years. I really feel like this is a huge energetic cycle, portal that we are closing from a old timeline, a old past life. And it all starts now as we close out those old things to start a new beginning, to start a new cycle that dwells from within and getting more in tune with I know who I am. I'm more in tune with my emotions. I'm more in tune with my shadow. I'm more in tune with just life itself and being more centered and being more confident in that as we continue to push through. Now, eclipses are known to have sudden upheaval moments, okay, certain unexpected things, and eclipsing things out of your life. Some things may come in unexpected, some things may come in as a surprise, but it's all about being open, being optimistic, and embracing those things to move in the flow of this energy with grace and ease, okay? So there may have been a lot of different things coming up in your way, and you just have to gently move them out the way, okay? So you can continue to push through on your mission, on your goal, on your journey, okay? Whatever that may look like for you at this time, just continue to push through. We are spiritual warriors, and we have to remember that we have the internal endurance to continue to push through no matter what obstacles may seem to be in our way at this time, okay? So I'm going to deep dive into my notes. I'm going to deep dive into our meditation, and I'm going to deep dive into a card pull. Okay, you guys? So let's jump into it. Super excited. I literally just been waiting for the perfect time. I really wanted to wait so I can get more into the energy, but not wait too long so that way I can still give out the message to you guys, because we all have our own little things that we're all going through, but it's about us pushing through and continuing to push through and strive through. And it may not be easy, but we have to continue to fight, right? All right. And that's that Aries energy, right? New moon in Aries, it starts off at the 8th degree and then it moves into the 9th degree. So I feel like we are moving and transitioning into knowing who we truly are, getting more in tune with our higher selves, our spiritual selves, and evolving and getting in the flow of that. And be more confident in that, okay? I know I've been feeling a lot more confident. You may be feeling a lot more confident in what it is that you're doing. Or you may be feeling a little all over the place, but you have your mind together to kind of center you in the right space at this time. And I feel like that's what it's about, being aware of these things that may be trying to pull us in all different directions, and centering ourselves back in ourselves so that way we can continue to elevate and grow at this time, okay? So yes, this solar eclipse is a partial solar eclipse, and it will be happening in the northern hemisphere. So I feel like this is, when I say northern hemisphere of the United States, of the world, that to me kind of gives this mind over matter type of energy, really kind of getting over certain past emotions so that we continue to elevate. So kind of elevating your mind and keeping a higher perspective and a higher perception as we continue to push through during these times. Okay. All right. And I said the cup is overflowing. Okay. Cup starting to overflow. Cup runneth over. You can look at the cup as being half full or half empty. It's all about that higher mind, right? All about a higher way of thinking, a higher way of learning, and looking at things from all different angles, right? I said a new cycle opens and a new cycle begins. I say this because it seems like every eclipse is just something drastic that changes within the collective, within ourselves. You may be seeing different changes within yourself, in your environment. Just embracing that as we continue to open up to this new spring energy, this new Aries energy at this time, okay? I said this would be huge changes, major changes with dealing with your crown. Okay, your crown really being illuminated at this time, whether that be going to higher ways of thinking, feeling more royal, more regal, feeling more confident. Okay, and also feeling more closer with the divine, feeling more closer with the Most High at this time. Okay. I said major change is coming. Major changes are happening, okay? This is all about eternal fulfillment, not something that's going to be a quick fix. This is something for the long haul, something with the longevity that is going to help us push through. And I feel like that comes from a sense of internal security. So really feeling secure from within so that we can continue to prevail through. Now I gotta get some tissue because my nose is starting to run. Okay. As I said, the cup is runneth over. My nose is running. Okay. So, yeah, this is just going to be a time where we have to be aware of things and not be overwhelmed with things, right? Listening to your body, listening to your spirit, listening to your heart, listening to your mind, and balancing all of these things out in what feels right and what resonates with you at this time, okay? I said a cycle of completion. Okay, things coming around full circle, a seat at the table. And as I was doing this breakdown, doing this reading, the heat, I could see the heat waves on the paper. And I was like, wow, that's different. I've never seen that during me taking notes, and I took that as heat waves or waves of energy. Also, we've been dealing with a lot of solar energy, so a lot of solar flares, a lot of corona mass ejections, a lot of different light codes. Like I said, the sun is in spring, the sun is in the northern hemisphere. It's not facing south anymore, and this is time where we endure all of these new light codes, this new perspective, this new way of thinking, this new way of looking at things. So embracing all of this energy with ease. Okay, some things you may not be able to see, some things you may be able to feel, some things you may not be able to feel but you may be able to see. So just embrace it all at this time. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to deep dive into my meditation. Those were just quick notes that popped up, intuitive things that kind of popped up. And I kind of wanted to switch it up and start off with a more spiritual side of this reading. And I feel like that's what we're getting into This is deep diving more into the more spiritual self, the more spiritual side, going within and getting in tune with that spirituality in your spirit, your higher self, so that we can continue to push through at this time, okay? So immediately, as soon as I jumped into the meditation, I seen an X, and the X quickly turned into like a cross. And that gave me a sense of this crossover, right? And when I really think about this solar eclipse, there's a lot of energy that is in Pisces, and also in like the mutable signs. There's a lot of mutable sign, a lot of mutable energy that is at play here, right? This 3, 6, 9, and 12. That's the mutable cross. So this is crossing over to be more flexible, being more open, tapping into the magic of yourself, tapping into the magic of Big Mama, tapping into this universal magic, and being open and optimistic and knowing that spirit is guiding you in the right place. No matter what things may look like. It may be chaotic, okay? There may be things that are happening that are out of your control, but we have to remember to stay in high vibrations, because if we let these things weigh us down, then it's just downhill and we moving uphill. And sometimes when you're going up, the weight of the gravity of the world may seem heavy, but really it's making you stronger, right? So we're building that muscle right now, and it isn't easy, right? Everything isn't always easy. Everything, sometimes it takes a lot of work to get to that goal that you're trying to reach to, but it's all about keeping your mind elevated at this time, okay? And so when I seen this cross, it was turning, which way was it turning? Clockwise, yeah. So these things are turning in our favor at this time. And then it started to spin like a top, okay? So it went from turning clockwise to turning counterclockwise. So kind of like that going back, that springing, right? That going back to propel, that wheel of fortune. You know, they always have to pull it up and then they let it go, right? Or they pull it high and then they pull it so it can, it's this energy, it's this projectile, it's that bow getting ready to take off. It's that trampoline, that pressure that has to be applied for us to push through at this time, okay? So things can be clear at this time, okay? So yeah, it started to turn, and then it went from turning like this 2D perspective to this 3D perspective, and it started to spin fast like a top. So I said things turning and things spilling. Wow. This could be a time where things are spilling. Like I said, that cup runneth over. So be mindful of that at this time. But things are spinning and things are turning around. It's really giving the Wheel of Fortune energy. So I'm really feeling like just as bad as it's been is as good as it's going to get. We just got to continue to stay strong during these times, okay? Because there's most definitely a spiritual war going on, spiritual warfare, and it's mental, it's physical, it's emotional, it's sexual, it's all of these different levels, and we have to remain in this higher vibrational energy to prevail through, all right? Then something, wow, I remember this very vividly. So as I was doing my meditation, I had my eyes closed. It's daytime, and something dark flew over the sun and made the whole sky dark, and then it got back light again. And I was like, okay, if this isn't eclipse energy, I don't know what is, right? So something going from light to dark, something going from dark to light. So like I said, just as bad as things been is as good as things are about to get. You just have to keep this high vibrational mindset and continue to put in the work to elevate at this time. Okay. Like I said, something eclipsing, something coming in and clearing things. So just embrace everything with ease. All right. Then I seen the Alf sign. So the Alf sign is like this A with this line through. It's a Hebrew type of alphabetic expression, part of the Hebrew alphabet, and it is part of Allah, God, Elohim, source, creator. It is about the beginning and the end. Okay, so kind of like this cycle, the beginning of this new cycle as we end this old cycle at this time. Okay, and then it went from this type of perspective, and then it turned into a TP. So I love that because TPs to me represent the ancestors. It represents a time where, you know, our ancestors had nothing but tribe, nothing but the environment, nothing but the stars to guide them. They didn't have all of these external distractions and all of this poison to like corrode. I'm getting like corrosion, right? Things that are polluting the air, our minds, our bodies, our spirits. It was a very free time during these ancient times before the colonizers came, right? Now, I'm not saying that they didn't have, you know, their internal wars, but for the most part, I'm getting a sense of the ancestors live in a very peaceful energy, a very peaceful vibration. And we're very in tune with nature and very in tune with spirit due to them being one with themselves. Okay. And when I think of a TP, I think of going inside, going internal. So this makes me think that this will be a great time to go into deep meditation. I say this because the last few eclipses I meditated and I had some very profound visions. I'm also getting this sense of there may be, some people may not be able to see the eclipse. So if you can't see something physically with your physical eyes, tune into your spiritual eyes. So get in tune with that first eye, go into meditation and see what comes to you at this time. All right. So going inside and being one with Allah, being one with the all, being one with the creator, being one with source. All right. And being one with yourself. That's a big thing during this time. Really getting in tune and knowing who you are. That way, nothing outside of you can govern where you're headed or govern what you're doing. All right. Being one with the divine. And yeah, I also seen this as a sense of judgment. Okay. Because I seen someone blowing a trumpet. So it's like this TP. It went like this to down like a TB to turning like a trumpet. And it gave me a sense of the judgment card. It gave me a sense of angels blowing a trumpet, something being on alert, a huge alert, being aware, something coming in, waking your game up, my ears being ringing. Okay, the Schumann resonance, the heartbeat of the earth has been activated. And I haven't I haven't been able to eat. So this may be a time where there's a huge spiritual shift, a huge spiritual calling, a huge spiritual ascension, a huge spiritual attunement, a huge spiritual upgrade that may be you may be feeling at this time. All right. So listen to that and tune into that and don't be afraid. All right. But yeah, I seen like this judgment. I seen one blowing his horn, blowing his trumpet on the sun, on the moon, on the eclipse, right? So this may be, like I said, a huge revelation, a huge judgment, a huge renewal, a huge cleansing, a huge calling to get more in tune with yourself. You may start to be more in tune with your angels, with your ancestors, with different angles of light. Pay attention to it all right? It's giving a sense of this is a pivotal time in our lives, and we have to pay attention to every little detail. And even if we miss some details, get in tune with yourself, and you can never miss what's for you at this time, okay? And this is something that's going to be happening within the universe. This isn't just an earth thing. This is huge shifts within the cosmos. And this is a galactic thing, right? All for one, one for all. And as I seen this trumpet being blown on this eclipse energy, it's like this moving, this swing of this energy, because it turned into this kind of like separated ice cream cone. It was like this funnel right? This V-shaped cone and this sun energy, this moon energy, this eclipse energy, this solar energy that's going to be funneled and be poured down into us. And this may be a huge time of enlightenment. This may be a huge time of joyous times and joyous events happening in a quick shift, okay? Because I didn't see it like move slowly. It just kind of fell into place. So things are starting to fall into place it's like this great separation. Okay, so things may be getting separated to get in divine alignment. And it's like this grace period. I'm hearing grace period. So give yourself grace as we are transitioning through a lot of energy, and give yourself some love. Give yourself a pat on the back as we are going through a huge shift. Okay. Yeah, I said ice cream cone separated. All right, the mind from the body, separating the mind from the body to continue to elevate. All right. And then I kept saying separation, separation. So it's kind of giving like this great divide. All right. Timeline shift, timeline split, multidimensional energy, quantum energy. I've been feeling that a lot, like this unexplainable energy, like my consciousness or my spirit is in a whole nother different space in time, but my physical body is still here and it's pulling me up to this higher vibrational energy, 5D ascension, rapture, whatever people want to call it. This energy is here and it's time to get in tune with it and go with the flow. All right. And then I said light shining on the ones, right? Because it's a sense of this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, right? That's this keeping this high vibrational energy no matter what hard times you're going through, being aware of that and continuing to elevate, continuing to push through. Okay. Also, I seen a scepter. Okay. So I seen this eclipse energy, and then I seen like this claw, right? It was like this clawing scepter energy that was pulling on this eclipse, and then it kind of turned into like a scepter. So like a wand, tapping into your magic, tapping into your power. Fairy godmother, like I said, ancestors, angels, the divine, benevolent entities here that are helping us and assist us at this time so we can continue to elevate. This could be a time where you see magical things happen. Just be open to it all. Okay. I'm going to drink some of my tea because I keep feeling like my throat. Ooh, bitter tea. So yeah, clearing things out. Ooh, yeah, that just brought me back. Okay, that just brought me back. So yeah, giving yourself love, hydrating, and nourishing yourself so that way you can continue to elevate during these trying times. Okay. And I may be just speaking for myself, but if it resonates, it resonates. All right. I said getting your power back, stepping back into your power and not being afraid of that during these times. Okay. Then this energy began to be pulled from the light. So it was like pulling on the light or being pulled into the light, right? Because I still seen this eclipse energy. I seen this claw, and then it started to pull down. It started to pull it down. So being pulled into the light, being pulled into the divine, being pulled into this energy, to see what dwells within. And that also kind of gave me this meditation energy. Meditation was very strong for this reading. So praying, meditating, being one with self, dancing, just getting in tune with the Most High so that way you can see what messages Spirit has for you at this time, Source, the Divine has for you at this time, okay? Dark emotions as well. Getting in tune with that, getting in tune with that shadow aspect of yourself. So that way that shadow isn't controlling you. Your ego isn't controlling you. The past isn't controlling you. You are in control of it, right? You're in control of your emotions. You're in control of your mind, your body, your spirit, your flesh. So that way it isn't governing you, right? And then I said, energy going into the light, you're being pulled into the light, right? And as you get illuminated, these dark aspects, these dark shadows make themselves known. I'm seeing I'm seeing you go into the light, and it's like these negative entities, these negative dark shadows can't stand the light. So they're fleeing, right? They're leaving, they're dispelling. So continue to illuminate things that are in the dark within yourself to go higher and higher, right? That's been like the message, higher and higher, right? I can't sing, but y'all get the picture. Y'all get the picture, right? And then, this was probably the most beautiful part of this meditation. As I seen the solar eclipse energy in this claw, like this hand pulling on this solar eclipse energy, it was being pulled. And then I seen you being caught by the divine, right? So it's the solar eclipse energy pulling you into the light. And as you get pulled into the light, you're falling into the divine's hands. You're falling into source hands. You're falling into God's hands, right? Which was beautiful because I felt this sense of release. I felt this sense of comfort. I felt this sense of calmness, this sense of inner knowing without knowing, right? And this sense of wholeness, this sense of bliss, just feeling complete after a very harborous time, a very trying time. After the storm, there is a rainbow. So that's kind of what it's given. All right. And also what has been holding you down or trying to hold you back, releasing that at this time. Okay. Because that's what it's about when we're going into these new energetic shifts. What things are holding you back? What do you need to overcome to push through at this time? Yeah, I said claw machine, something holding you, something grasping you. This could be like some type of action that you may need to take to release things. Getting really into that masculine energy or releasing control of things as well. You may be trying to control the outcome of something, and it's just time to release and surrender, right? And be open to all things. That way you're not getting one side of something. All right. An overview of someone mounding someone. Now, when this vision came in, I was like, what the hell is that? I was so confused because I didn't know. I just seen like this overview of this masculine energy on top, like mounding something, right? And then as I began to release control of what I was seeing, Spirit showed me it was this light energy mounding this dark energy. And this light energy had this dark energy in a chokehold. It was on top of it. It was like wrestling it. So it may feel like we've been wrestling in the dark with our light and our dark in the shadows. But the light always wins. Love always wins. High vibrational energy always trumps lower vibrational energy. Okay. That's why the moths gravitate to the light in the dark, right? That's why that flame stands out in a room full of darkness, illumination, right? And lightness will always win, okay? Light is not heavy. The lightness is not heavy. Lightness, right? Light over the dark. We choosing the light over the dark, right? Light fighting and wrestling with the dark, choking the dark. War, battle, and the light wins. Spiritual warfare right now. And we have to remain in high vibrational energy. I know it's easier said than done, but you got to remember to go deep within and find that love from within as we continue to elevate and ascend at this time. Okay. Then as I seen the light wrestling with this dark, right? I started to see spikes pop up on this light body energy, right? As it was it was on top of the dark energy, and it had the dark energy in a chokehold, and the dark was losing, and the dark had lost, and the light was absorbing the darkness to be one with the darkness. And it started to evolve, it started to grow, and I started to get the sense of like this Pokemon energy, right? Of just evolving and growing after battle, after battle, after battle, after battle, after battle, right? Battle. Then it's the big boss, the final test. Then you evolve so much during that, and you grow and elevate to your highest form, right? It's up to you. I choose you. It's what you choose. You have the option. All right. So, but all of this is making you stronger, and we are evolving from the dark, right? A sense of breaking free, this break free energy, because soon as I seen it absorb the darkness, it was this light form, this light ball, and I immediately seen a egg, and it cracked open, and I just seen this shell, this outer shell, and I seen something in the middle of it, and I was like, well, what in the hell is that? What in the hell is that, right? And then it gave me the sense of this divine feminine essence, because like I said, the fighting energy was masculine. It's this, it could be masculine fighting for the divine, masculine. You take that as it resonates. This could be within yourself, or this could be external. This could be physical. This could be spiritual. It's a lot of different meanings for that, right? Fighting with the flesh, fighting with control, fighting with whatever, right? But just surrendering, breaking free of that energy, and tapping into this receiving energy, tapping into this feminine energy, and being free. This could be a time where you start to feel more free within yourself, because we all have masculine energy, we all have feminine energy, we all have estrogen, we all have testosterone. So balancing those energies out within ourselves so we can continue to prevail and break free, right? A huge break free moment, energy breaking through an egg, and it was feminine. It was a divine cosmic egg. Like I said, this isn't just us, this is a cosmic thing. And it was given this very goddess, high priestess energy, this benevolent, just radiant, knowing who I am. I am regal, I am royal. And it's this reign of rulership that is happening within us when we tap back into our power and free ourselves. Okay. As I began to hone in on this energy, it looked like a dragon, right? It looked like a dragon breaking free from an egg, but then it got closer to me, and I started to see like a elongated beak, and it gave me a sense of the phoenix, right? So this higher primordial energy, this noon energy, breaking free and being released for us to elevate within ourselves, for us to grow. And this is the rebirth, right? That phoenix rising, the death for the rebirth, for us to tap into our immortality, for us to tap into our power, that we are dragons, right? We are these mystical beings that come here and execute our mission and prevail through every lifetime, no matter what, right? Those warriors, right? Those spiritual warriors fighting for justice. And we're going to push through every time. All right. Then as it broke through and it came closer to me, I seen its wings. Like its wings were big as hell, right? This ain't a phoenix is huge, right? And it kind of like overtook the universe. Like I said, this is the cosmic egg. This is the cosmic rebirth. This is us going into that golden age, and it's this huge rebirth, this huge cycle that is being broken and breaking free and spreading our wings and flying. And as you get free, you're getting attuned with yourself and being aware of yourself. And this bird started to clean itself. It started to wipe its face and wipe its eyes, like this huge awakening, like when you break free out of a shell, they don't just wake up, oh, hey, like it's giving me a sense of a turtle coming out of a shell, a snake coming out of a shell, anything, a bird anything that comes out of a shell. It's not like, oh, hey, I'm out. You know, the butterfly isn't, hey, I'm a butterfly, I'm free to fly. No, it's this, wait, like, let me stretch out my wings. Oh, wow, I have wings. They're huge. Wow, I'm aware of myself. I'm conscious. I'm here. You know, it's this arrival. We have arrived, right? And the time is now for us, right? So it was and then also it was this beautiful, radiant, red light that I kept seeing, this pulsating, this gold and red light. So being more in tune with your power and being grounded and knowing who you are. Also giving me like this red star kachina, because I thought I was tripping, y'all, when I was doing my meditation. I'm like, am I seeing red? Maybe this is just the sun, you know? And so I covered my eyes. As soon as I covered my eyes, it was all blue. And I was like, whoa. So it gave me a sense of the red star kachina, the blue star kachina, these two suns, these two energies, these three suns coming together, from the galactic center, from the center of the universe, this Sirius B star solar system shining in light and light codes and information that is here to help us elevate. There's like this direct alignment with our sun, Sirius B, in the galactic center. So there, and it's like a clear channel, a clear doorway, a clear portal, a galactic portal, a divine galactic portal that is open for us to tap into. And Spirit really wants us to go into meditation to get more attuned with this, because this energy is here for us. They are here for us. It is here for us, right? In all ways, in all realms, in all spectrums, right? Okay, now. So, and then that, oh yeah, that's why I had covered my eyes, because it was so bright that I couldn't see it, because I'm like, what is going on? It started to move and do things in the dark. I mean, do things in the light that I couldn't see. So I covered my eyes and it just went pitch black. And then I took my I took my hands away from my eyes, and then it was just this presence, this phoenix energy that was here. And I'm like, wow. So you may be shining brighter than ever. You're shining so bright that people can't see you. You starting to shine so bright that you blinding people. Your light is so bright. Don't give up. All right. And you know, the hardest tests come to the strongest warriors. So don't give up. Continue to push through. We got this, y'all. All right. We all going through something. Continue to push. Go fight, win. Right? We fighting for justice. We fighting for righteousness. We fighting for the divine. We fighting for a source. We fighting for a legacy. We're not fighting for nothing, right? We standing up for something so we don't fall for anything. So continue to push through, and push through with your heart. Push through with love. All right. This is a huge transformation that we're going through that nobody has ever seen. I'm hearing over 250 years, over 2,000 and something years, due to this Pluto transition, due to us being in this direct alignment with this galactic center, due to all of these planets transitioning into signs that haven't happened in over hundreds of years. This is a generational shift that we're going through, a cosmic shift that we're going through, and we have to be open to it. All right, you guys. So I said, there is magic that is happening in the dark. There's magic that is happening in the spiritual realms. There's magic that is happening that we can't see. All right. Then I end my meditation. I heard a knock at the door. Doot, doot, doot. Right. So we're entering in this unknown space, but there's a new door. Spirit is knocking, and it's time for us to enter in. All right. So that was my meditation. Let's tap into the alignments, the astrology breakdown. I'm going to pull up the chart so you guys can see. So this is what the chart looks like. And to me, this looks like a cup right? Looks like a cup. Depends on how you look at it. Or it can be a hat. Shout out to the Moors. It's looking like a fez to me. Looking like enlightenment to me, right? But it's all on how you look at it. This could be a cup spilling over, a cup getting filled, your energy being open. What side is this on? Yeah, masculine energy being open to change and tapping into spiritual energy. And I say that because it's open on the right side with red energy. That gives me masculine energy. But all on the left side, it's all blue. And that to me represents a feminine essence, right? Spirituality, water, that mother, that moon, right? So yes, let's tap in. So I said the new moon, the sun and the moon are conjunct. That's what makes it a new moon. And it's going from the 8th degree in Aries to the 9th degree. So it collided at the 8th degree, but it shifts. So this is us shifting into that higher knowing of ourselves. All right. A huge rebirth, huge activations, huge transformation, huge DNA upgrades, DNA light codes being activated within ourselves, within the bloodline, within our mind, within our body, and within our soul. All right. Soul activations, right? So you could feel like you're being cosmically pulled into your higher self at this time. All right. Being a warrior. All right. Divine things are going to be in divine alignment. And I say that because all of these planets, I mean, look at it. Look at where all of this energy is at. Things are aligned. Something is aligned for greatness. And there's a huge shift because it's a lot of energy in Pisces and a lot of energy in Aries, but all of it is shifting to Aries, which is the beginning of the zodiac. So get ready for a huge shift as we're ending old cycles and tapping into this new energetic you, new upgraded you at this time. Okay. All right. Now, then I said Lilith. Not only all of these planets are shifting, we have Lilith at 0 degrees in Scorpio, right? So that is a huge shift within your shadow. That is being more attuned, being more one with your shadow, because that's all about merging. That's all about coming together. It's all about power. It's all about transformation and transforming from being ashamed into your power, being ashamed of your magic, being ashamed of your power, to being confident in your power, being confident in your magic, right? So I said activation of the divine mother, cosmic darkness, goddess, and a power transfer. Okay, so this is a huge transfer of power within ourselves, within the collective. All right, we're seeing the shifts happen on all levels, and either you get with it, like I've been saying, you either get right or get left. Period. Okay. Then I said Uranus was in Taurus at the 24th degree. So this is tapping into the true value of the divine power. True power, like it's all about balancing that masculine and that feminine, that left and that right, that light and that dark, that high and that low. That's how you tap into this God-like essence, this goddess essence, this I know who I am that I am essence, is when you know who you are and get balanced and get in tune with that. And then I said the masculine rising up the feminine, putting the feminine up, because I feel like that's what it's about. We're in this patriarchal society, and it's supposed to be matriarch, right? It's supposed to be the rise of the matriarch. Mother Earth, really daughter Earth, Mother Nature, right? The universe, this womb, this cosmic womb, the cosmic egg, right? The masculine has to value the feminine and the feminine has to value the masculine. It's this balance, it's this semiotic relationship that helps us all grow and all evolve. It can't be friction and fight and divide within one side, because that causes friction. And how are we going to unite when we're divided? So it's this coming together of both sides to evolve, to grow, to get closer to the all. All right. And I said the end of an old cycle of value. All right. So this is really us tapping into the value of our spiritual gifts, the value, like, what do you deem valuable? Do you deem someone being beautiful as valuable when looks could be changed within an instant? Okay. Or do you deem someone who has life survival skills valuable? Like, you can build a house, you can start a fire, you can forage things, you know the different herbs, you know how to plant, you know how to grow. Like, you're tapped into spirit, you know the law. It's all like, those are things that should be deemed valuable, not I'm getting a lot, not mundane things in this physical realm that are an illusion and that can be taken away very easily. Okay, so this is really getting in tune with your true value, your true skills. What skills do you have? Cultivating skills to elevate during this time. All right. Then also Uranus is sextile to Saturn. So this is really having structure with how you value yourself, structure with how you see yourself, and continuing to rise up. That's why I said this is about the masculine rising up, the divine feminine, right? So that we can continue to grow and build the foundation. You know, a woman's first love is always her father, right? If he's around. If he's not around, we have to build ourselves up. But that's why the masculine is supposed to build up the feminine, right? And the feminine is supposed to build up the masculine, you know, that nourishing your son, you know, the mother nourishing the son and nourishing the family, nourishing the children. But the father is the one who confirms and reassures the mother, right? The mother lays the law down, right? The mother governs the law. She's the lawmaker. She's a law creator. It's the father that comes there and reinforces that, right? It's like a mother, hey, you guys, stop that. Hey, you guys, telling the kids stop. They don't listen. The dad come in, hey, y'all heard what y'all mama said. And they like, oh. Right? And it's just this feminine energy and this masculine energy. It doesn't have to be the mother and the father, but there has to be a balance. And when those two come together, it's unlimited possibilities. Universes are created, right? Suns are created. Families, life, new beginnings, love, unlimited things, right? This godlike essence, okay? And then I said, so with that sextiling each other, with the Saturn sextiling Uranus, they're both at the 24th degree, and 24 is all about Pisces energy. So these ending of these old cycles and a new energy coming in to be building a new foundation at this time, okay? Then not only do we have Saturn in Pisces, we have the North Node in Pisces. We have Mercury in we have Venus in Pisces. And then we also have Neptune in Pisces. So we have Saturn, North Node, Neptune, Venus, right? Venus is all about values. Neptune is all about spirituality. North Node is all about your soul. And Saturn is all about structure, discipline, time, patience. So this could be a huge time where you're seeing a soul's growth in your mission and true values of spirituality, true values of the magic, of mysticism, of occult things. And something may happen, something will happen unexpectedly that will catch you by surprise in a good way, and other ways, okay? But Spirit is saying masculine, going back to valuing the divine feminine, breaking an old illusion. Old systems are done. Old values are done. False values are done. Okay. True divine feminine being valued. Okay. Because when I say feminine, anybody could tap into a feminine energy, right? But it's about the true divine feminine, someone who knows their worth, someone who is valued high and ranked high in their spiritual, in their physical, in their work, in their mind, in their body, their soul, someone that puts themselves on this pedestal, but not out of ego, out of the work that they have done. True femininity, true masculinity. It's not just to say it to feed the ego. It's saying because I put in the work, I've done the research, and I can stand true and stand firm in this confidence, in this inner knowing that I am who I am. I am who I think I am. And I allow the Most High to continue to guide me to my higher self at this time, no matter what that looks like. All right. All right. And I said true divine feminine being valued by true divine masculine. All right. Because like I said, it's not just all about the femininity. It's about the masculinity too. We need each other. We can't build a legacy if it's just one side, if it's just one gender, one sex. All right. You leave one woman, you leave a tribe of women on an island, they're all going to perish. You leave a tribe of men all on the island, they're all going to perish, right? You come back 100 years later, it's going to be nothing but bones, right? But if you leave a man and a woman, just one man and one woman on an island, you come back, it may be, all right, it may be some stuff popping off still on that island, all right? But it's more chance of life growing when you have two together, the two becoming one, all right? Two becoming one, which is the three: the mind, the body, the spirit, the Father, the Son, the child, right? The father, the mother, the child, all right? Y'all got to excuse me. I'm a little, give me some grace, all right? It's been a minute. This tea kicking in. I ain't got no rest. Like I said, this energy has been taking us all on a roller coaster ride. Have you guys been feeling like you're on a roller coaster ride? Let me know down in the comments, all right, how y'all been feeling with all of this energy and how you hanging on, all right, because I've been hanging on, but enjoying the ride, all right? So I said, true divine feminine being valued by true divine masculine to fulfill soul fulfillment, to fulfill a soul mission, to fulfill your contract, all right? So executing a huge part of your soul contract at this time by, a lot of us could be on twin flame missions, and we have to find that twin flame within ourselves first before we even think about connecting with anyone else, let alone a true twin flame, right? Because there could be a sense of a false twin flame. We run into a lot of different soulmates. Shout out to Soul Tribe, right? But you have to be one with yourself in order to evolve with anyone else. All right? And that's how you fulfill your soul contract. Being one with yourself, getting in tune with your mission, and everything will fall into place as it is. All right? I said activation and initiation of structure, time, rise of the sea goats, right? And I say that because Mars is in Cancer, right? At the 22nd degree. Mars is all about fire initiating. Cancer is all about that divine feminine energy. And 22 degrees is Capricorn energy. So I said rise of the true divine feminine, by the divine masculine, and activation and initiation of a more solid structure, of a more solid time. Rise of the sea goats, right? Because Capricorn is the goat, but it's not just a regular goat, it's the sea goat, right? And a goat that can see, a goat that's climbing a mountain, a sea goat, somebody that's in tune with the water, in tune with the emotions, in tune with nature and grounded, but still elevating to get to that next level. That's how you balance, keeping it balanced, right? All right. Then I said the South Node is in Virgo, right? So this is rise of the mother, right? Going back to that mother, going back to analyzing things, going back to being of service, looking back on how you have been of service, right? That good karma. And I said Mother Mary, right? Because she birthed Yahshua. And that is, like I said, you can't have the son without the mother, but the father as well. So it's this play on this family dynamic. It all goes back to the family and how you're building with the family. And that could be soul family, physical family, spiritual family, cosmic family. It's so many layers to that, right? And I said, Rise of the Black Madonna. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. Rise of the Black Feminine. Rise of the true divine Black Feminine. The matriarch, the Sibyls, the true prophetic high priest and high priestesses, the magi, the ones who were in true rulership with righteousness, connected to the divine. All right. Mother Sophia, okay, Big Mama, universal energy, cosmic source energy, Father Spirit being one with Mother Universe to create star seeds as we continue to elevate through this huge transition that we're going through, okay? Then I said there is a great expansion that is happening due to Jupiter being 15 degrees in Gemini. All right. This is sextiling the eclipse. So it's going to be huge expansion when it comes to our minds, our bodies, our souls. And then I said this is going to be for the future mind, right? So we're elevating in ourselves to grow in the future because we want to build this foundation for the future. So that way we actually can have a legacy that is prosperous, that is abundant, a sense of prosperity. And that starts now with what we're doing now, right? And I say that because Pluto is trining the eclipse, right? So it's this harmony, finding harmony within yourself, within your mind, as we continue to tap into these futurist things by the way of the mind, the way of how you're thinking at this time, okay? This could be a time of a huge quantum leap, okay? Timeline jumping, multi-dimensional things, realm hopping, etc., etc. I said breaking free from this cosmic loop, this old karmic cycle, and no more misguided energy, no more misled, no more undervalued energy. Rise of the divine power, rise of divine love, rise of divine light, and rise of unity. All right, so, and the time is now. All right. And this may be a time where you're seeing a lot of signs, symbols, and synchronicities. Okay. I kept getting like this 13, 12 energy, this feminine and masculine energy. Also, throughout this whole period, I seen every angel number. All right. So I seen 1111, 222, 33, 44. 555. I woke up at 555 again. All right. 666. That's carbon releasing things to tap into this transformation. 777. Divine alignment. Things, being centered, ready to hit that jackpot. Okay. 88. Tapping into this transformation to tap into your power. And 999. 999 was probably the most consistent one. And 1111. All right. So making that wish to enter into this new beginning with that 999, because this eclipse is happening on that 9th degree. Every new moon for the past 6 months have been at the 9th degree. And I've been kind of waiting for this moment, waiting for this time to see what was going to transpire. But I knew it was going to be something big, because 9 is the biggest. 9 is the end and the beginning, and it's a cycle. It's the end of something old to tap into the new, and the time is now. All right, you guys. So that was my astrology alignments, my astrology breakdown for that. I'm going to tap into a card pull, okay? And I'm going to do it like how I used to do it. All right, we're going to tap into a full spread. We're going to get into the theme of this energy. Then we're going to go into a message from your higher self. Then we're going to go into a message from your ancestors. Then we're going to go into a message from the angels. And then we're going to pull some tarot to get clarification. Then we're going to pull out a Blissings card. And then we're going to pull out a chakra card for an overall final ending message. All right, you guys. So let's tap into it. Thank you guys so much for still being here with me. And yeah, shout out to Soul Tribe per usual. And yeah, let's see what the theme is for this solar eclipse. All right. Solar eclipse in Aries at the 9th degree. I feel like I went over a lot, so we're going to probably be seeing a lot of confirmation. All right, so get ready to see a lot of confirmation. That has been a big thing that's been happening with me. It's people coming back and saying that you're right. And I have not been in my ego about it. I'm just like, thank you, you know. So being in gratitude at all times during this time, because we're about to start seeing a lot of confirmation on things that we've been talking about for years that people are just now waking up to. And it's your job to continue to teach and lead those who want to be taught and led. All right. Okay, now let's see what comes out. What's the theme? New cycle, and this looks like the moon. This looks like an eclipse with that water. What did I say? The sea goat, right? I love this. New cycle in time. This is that light being pulled in, being pulled into the undertow, that current, going back to my meditation, right? That eye, that illumination, that seed, that egg, that cosmic egg breaking, right? The blue, the gold, right? What did I say? I said I seen that gold, that fire energy, but I also seen that blue energy. It's this, yeah, this flow, this water, this wave of energy. Water, ocean, and earth. This is where it all collides. This is most definitely given the solar eclipse energy for sure. And the number is 24. What did I say? Let me go back to my notes, because what did I say, y'all? What did I say? I didn't forgot. I didn't say so much. That's why I love this, though. It's so fun. I love doing this. The 24th degree in spirit is like, you said Uranus and you said Saturn. Yep, Saturn and Uranus at the 24th degree in Pisces. Yeah. So the true value of the divine power, masculine and feminine, masculine rising and feminine, end of an old cycle of values. Right? I feel like that's what's going on. These are cycles, pushing through old cycles. Also with the ancestors, right? They're like handing us the baton to complete something, and we're completing it. We're doing the lineage justice at this time, okay? This is where the two timelines collide and we break free to the values of the foundation, valuing the foundation in the 6, nurturing that and being of service as we analyze things from a higher perspective. All right. The end of an old cycle to tap into a new one. blue and gold, green and gold. I'm hearing green and gold like the A's is playing. So abundance, all right, as we continue to push through this old cycle and centering yourself and being one with the Most High, this divine light pouring in, going back to my meditation, all right, and being open to this divine light, this divine information, these divine waters, this cosmic energy and light codes and waves of information, this frequency, this electricity that is coming into us at this time. Wow, I love it. All right, let's get the book and read. So this is going to be the theme. And solar eclipses normally last 6 months, up to 6 months. You may feel the energy now. I know I am. And it may linger. And then we'll see things transpire over the next couple of years. So just be open to the energy. Like I said, if it resonates, it resonates. All right? Don't force it to fit. If it's for you, it's for you. If it ain't for you, it ain't for you. Okay? All right. So it says, Earth. It's time to give your ancestral line a reboot. Confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. Rewrite your family story. Reroute the ripples your ancestors created. Am I allowed to do that, you ask? Of course, my love. You are a reality creator, a master manifester, right? That's why you came here. Remember? You not only have the ability to shift the narrative that are running through your bloodline. What did I say? The bloodline, your ancestors. Wow. And the TV is resetting, the reboot. This is the reset. Okay? You have a responsibility to do so. Embark upon this task with love and respect, of course, while honoring the stories that got you here. But for God's sakes, don't keep remembering the same old. If it is not serving your highest joy, take it upon yourself to transmute and transform anything that is hindering your growth and happiness. And that includes your ancestral narratives. It is time to let go of the past to craft new stories that will allow you to release your greatness to inspire others to do the same. Break free. Right? I love it. Wow. It said it is time to give your ancestral line a reboot in the old cycles. And you not only have the ability to shift the narrative that are running through your bloodline, you have the responsibility to do so. That's going back to everything that I said. All right, you guys. We the ones we've been waiting for. The tools reside within us. What's the bottom card? Yeah. Wow. Fire, tribal fire, and star. This fire. What did I say? Rise of the Phoenix. Going back to my meditation. First things I said, all praise is due to the Most High, and gather around the fire, ancestors. What did I say? That tent. This 5 change, huge changes upon us. And we're about to grow because we got the 6 and the 7. This is the 7. The light and the dark. What did I say? Thank you, Spirit. The sun and the darkness. The moon and the stars. The eclipse. All right. I love it. All right. So let's get a message from our higher selves. What does the higher self have to say about all of these transformations that are going to be happening or are happening during this beautiful solar eclipse? I'm hearing moving on with grace and ease. Moving on with grace and ease. Changing the vibration. Shifting to a higher vibration. I love it. Meditation. Just naming off the cards that I see as I'm cutting it. Yep. It says hips moving. Let's see. Okay. Message from my higher self. What's the message? Conflicts. Wow. Yeah. It says distractions, disagreements, drama, ego clashing, messiness, competition, strife, internal conflicts, and internal stability. So yeah, what did I say? Oh wow. Going back to my meditation again. What did I say I seen? I said I seen a white light fighting a dark light. Masculine energy, right? Choking out a darker energy. This is crazy. I seen this in my meditation. Wild. But yeah, this could be and this spirit is saying this is on all levels. This is on all levels. This could be internal conflicts that we are getting past. This could be external conflicts that we see within the community, within the families, within the structure, within on all levels. This is a spiritual cosmic war and conflict that we see that is being fought and being collapsed on multi levels. It's a multi-dimensional thing. I'm seeing what is that, Uranus? Yeah, because the lack of values, higher values. Yeah, we have to tap into our higher values because I'm seeing the Uranus symbol, but it's up here. It's higher, not lower. And we have to continue to push through, have to continue to elevate, right? Wow, so continue to elevate at this time, past the distractions, past the conflicts. This is a time of ascension. What's the bottom card? Past life, past conflicts, right? Wow. And what did this first card say? Ancestral things. Wow, I said a tent, going within, going to the core, the center, right? Memories of the past, remembering who you are. Call the spirit of memory to your aid, remembering you voluntarily signed up for this earthly experience. Okay? So a temple, a portal. What did I say? A portal. This is most definitely a huge portal at this time, all right? Giving us a lot of confirmation. Thank you so much, Spirit. Now let's get a message from our ancestors. Message from the ancestors about this beautiful solar eclipse energy. Message, Spirit, for the solar eclipse. I'm hearing love and light. What flipped over? The key. Yes. Ancestor said, you are the key to the kingdom. Okay. You're the keys to the kingdom. Okay. We are the key. We have unlocked so many different things within our DNA. Nothing can really hold us back. Continue to push through. This is a huge ancestral karmic justice that we're doing at this time. Continue to fight. We have the golden key. You are the golden key. You are the golden key. You are that's what I keep hearing. You are the golden key. You are the key. You are the key to the conflict. You are the key to the puzzle. You the last piece to the puzzle. You putting all the pieces together. That's why we passed you the baton. Because you was the only one that could get the job done. You was the perfect person that was able to get this job done. The perfect person for the job. Divine alignment. All right. Wow. The key came out. What's the bottom card? It's time to celebrate. Let's celebrate. Okay. There's a party going on right here. A celebration to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We're gonna celebrate and party with you. Come on now, celebration. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, come on. Yeah, it's a celebration, y'all. We done completed a huge part of the contract. It is done. And it's a lot of distractions going on because we got the key. They're trying to distract us from ourselves. And we are the light. It's time to celebrate. We got it. It's already done. What I say, they passing you the baton and you took off and ran with it. I love that. Wow. All right, let's get a message from your angels, from the angels of light. Wow, on the cut. On the cut. Ooh, I think that's it. Divine feminine forces. This is it, y'all. This is it with 808 at the bottom. Swift action. This is divine. Wow, with 555. With 555. Okay. Let me read it. Let me read it. Spirit said, read it, Diamond. Dang. I'll be getting so excited. Okay. Feminine forces. Relationships, balance, prosperity, efficiency, patience, and humility. You can do everything by yourself, but life is to be shared. Partner up with the right spirit and you'll become a force. Honor commitments and people around you. Don't judge. Listen. That's it. That's it. Confirmation. Again, thank you, Spirit. Okay, 80808. Okay, 88. Swift action, wealth, empathy, promises, commitment, affection, inner strength, auspicious outcomes. You will enter a time of expansion. So begin taking steps forward, achieving your ultimate objective immediately. Finances will miraculously improve. Oh, and someone has their mind set on you. This is giving, yeah, most definitely divine union. And the 2 and the 8 is a 10. Completion of a huge cycle. Next card is 555. Clarity. Great transformation, major changes, opportunity, fast pace, forward and process. You aren't the victim of your circumstances. Rather, you are the beneficiary of it. You not the victim. You are victorious. Spiritual warrior. And I'm going to leave that right there. Okay. So your angels and the angels of light are saying balance and prosperity. Don't judge, just listen. You about to become a force with some type of, this could be, spirit is saying this is with your spirit. This is a divine union, divine intervention that's coming in. It's going to help you grow. All right. And if that leads to a partner after you finally healed yourself and become one with yourself, great. If you already have this divine partner in your life, great. Continue to grow, continue to expand, continue to love. All right. Let's tap into the tarot. I'm loving this message. We got huge cycle, life changes, karmic changes, breaking free of a karmic loop, creating with the creator. Okay. Breaking past old conflicts. There's a spiritual war that's going on that we are winning. We have the key. Okay. To the inner light. We have the keys to the kingdom, the keys to these higher levels. All right. That 10 on that tree of life. On the Kabbalah, ooh, it wanted to pop, but it didn't. Wow, with the judgment card. Wow, what did I say? Judgment. The 20, right? And 222. 222. Let's shuffle it one more time and then cut it. The eclipse, y'all. The eclipse card. No way. No way. No way. I said this in my last reading. I said, this eclipse card gonna keep coming out till I do my eclipse reading. And the eclipse card came out on the eclipse reading. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. All praises due to the Most High. You are walking away from a huge cycle. We're walking away from old illusions. We're walking away from things that do not serve us. We know we deserve more and we're going to get it. All right. We are walking into righteousness, going within, right? I said, I seen a tent He looks like he's going into a cave, but really that's a mountain. He walking to the higher ground, walking to the mountain. All right, leaving this 8 of Cups because you know you deserve 10. It's an 8 out of 10, not a 10 out of 10. We want 10 out of 10, right? So huge things are going to be revealed during this time. Huge things are going to leave at this time. We're walking away from an old paradigm and walking into a new one during this time. All right. Hallelujah. 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 The Sun card. Big revelations, big freedom. We're walking away to our freedom. We're walking to freedom, breaking free of illusions, having the sun illuminated. A huge victory for us. Yes, all of our dreams and our wishes will come true. Yes, all of our desires will come true. Yes, you were right. Okay. Yes, start that project. Yes, things are elevating. Yes, we are ascending. Right. This is the biggest yes in tarot. Okay. Liberating yourself, that sunshine, that liberty, that freedom, that righteousness, that joy, moving forward. Okay. With swift action. And this inner knowing that we are free. All right. We have freed ourselves. We've done the work. That 19, what did I say? This 10, this completion of this cycle. All right. And the sun is going to be radiating on us, shining on us, and freeing us at this time. The more we go internal. All right. More we walk away, we're walking away from things that don't serve us so we can have this eternal fulfillment. Eternity. Immortal. Walking away from things that do not serve us, right? Pulling these swords out of our minds, pulling these swords out of our hearts, pulling these swords out of our spirits, okay? I'm literally seeing someone pull a sword out of there. So taking out, like not being a victim. I'm a warrior. I'm a spiritual warrior. I can make it through any storm, right? I can prevail through. I just got to keep my head held up high because I know I'm headed on a higher path. I know this is just a storm is temporary. So whatever you're going through is just temporary. All right. It's a little setback for a major comeback. All right. It's a little setback for a major comeback. All right. 10. What did I say? This 10. 10, 10, 10. All right. It's the end of an old cycle and the beginning of a new one. All right. No more looking behind. No more worry about the past. Right. New things are on the horizon as the sun is rising. Okay. So embrace this new. Embrace the new. Embrace the new. Embrace it. This is the new chapter. This is a new cycle. This is a peek at what these next 20 years are going to look like. Okay. So you have to make those changes now. And it starts with us, right? We are co-creating. So create the reality that you want at this time. What's the bottom card? We at the top of that mountain, y'all. We walked away to the top of that mountain. All right. It wasn't an easy battle. It wasn't easy, but we made it, right? Spiritual warrior, the GOAT. It was worth the fight. Most definitely worth the fight. Don't let nothing pull you down. Yep. Don't let nothing pull you down. With the 5, with this in the reverse, we're avoiding conflicts, avoiding this lower vibrational energy by tapping into this higher perspective way of thinking. And we got to keep that high vibrational. We got to keep that higher vibrational energy because it's things that's trying to weigh us down at this time. Things that are trying to weigh us down, but we have the world in our hands, okay? We create whatever reality we want with our minds, okay? All right, now this is the end of that cycle. I'm trying to tell you. All right, let's see what some blessings that's coming in. What are the good things? Only the good things. What are some good things that are happening during this eclipse, spirit? It's a blessing that's happening during this eclipse. Whoa, those shot out. Stillness. Stillness at the bottom. Spirit said, just be still. Just be still right now. Just embrace. May you be here just as you are. Embrace. And let's see what the other two cards that fell out were. Signs and inspired. May you see the synchronicities. May you realize the potential. So we're going to see a lot of signs, okay, with this blue and gold energy, right? Blue and gold energy. So be still. The signs are there, and be inspired by the divine. Be inspired by the divine signs that you see. Okay. And let's get a closing out message. All praises due to the Most High. Thank you so much, Spirit, for this beautiful message. And thank you guys so much for watching. Gratitude. It's an overall message for the reading. To end out, close the message, Spirit. Crown. Enlightenment. Going back to my astrology message. Did I say that? Yep. Astrology and my meditation. The crown. Infinite. Infinite. Being one with source. Being one with the creator. That's the whole thing I've been talking about. Being one with the creator. Being one with the universe. Being one with the all. Right? Crown chakra. Infinite. This divine connection is the bridge waiting to be crossed. Now, I'm going to read this card. I'm feeling called to read it. Ganesh, 7 and 8. Wow. 7 and 8. Ganesh, one of my favorite cards. Abundance of the earth. Release the obstacles to receive abundance in its perfect form. Wow. I'm going to read this card, and then that's it. But we know what the crown chakra is. What I say, the crown, alignment, royalty, right? I just want to get their interpretation of it. Excuse me. It says, crown chakra, infinite. This divine connection is the bridge waiting to be crossed. The gateway of unity in consciousness sits in the crown chakra, also known as the Sahasrara chakra. The 1,000-petal lotus blooms with lightness and space awareness. This color is ultraviolet, which changes from purple to white almost without detection. The crown chakra rules the spiritual center and allows us to connect to all that is beyond ourselves. This is the space of unity, enlightenment, oneness, and the I am presence. The quality that flows through this energy center are higher connections, being one with all that is in unity. The pineal gland is the golden egg of consciousness. No way it says that. I said cosmic egg, right? I seen this confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. The pineal gland is the golden egg of consciousness and awareness, which sits in the center of the brain and connects us to the place in the universe. The sound that resonates here is silence, like the sound of space, stillness, right? Silence, stillness, quietness, meditation, going deep within. That pineal gland is the cosmic egg, rebirthing, right? All right, which sits in the center of the brain that connects us to this. The sound that resonates is silence, like the sound of space, which contains all of the other sounds. When we are angry, the crown chakra closes, preventing energy from flowing in, which expands the energy of anger within us. We can consciously become aware of opening ourselves through the crown by using the pillar of light, meditation, and prayer. The crown chakra blooms with subtle awareness and all that is beyond your current experience. This card is a signal that you may need to further expand your ability to connect beyond your physical reality. Do you remember that you are a divine being, a divine soul having a human experience? You may also not remember that the supreme support of the universe that is available to you today and always. Sometimes we feel stuck in our bodies and able to rise to a higher level. where we can see everything from a wider perspective. In the universe, there are no mistakes. We are part of the whole rather than an individual. Use this message as a guide to explore where you have disconnected. If you have felt alone or removed from source, choose to reconnect now through imagining an ultraviolet light flooding the crown of your head. Take some time to let the light dissolve the blockages and feel yourself rising once more. Have a conscious awareness of the crown will assist you in keeping it open and allowing energy to flow to you effortlessly. Power statement. So hum. I am that. All right, you guys. Confirmation. I love you guys. That is my solar eclipse energy reading. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next time. Peace, love, wholeness, and light.